Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is just Prez, and I'm coming at y'all with another 2K25 My Team video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single Invincible on a tier list ranging from S to D tier. I don't think there's any F tier Invincibles, but this is going to be in comparison to like other Invincibles. So I'm going to be grading them on just them compared to their kind of same tier cards. If you guys do enjoy the video, I'm still on the road to 200 subscribers, so I would very much appreciate it. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. Starting off, I'm going to have Kevin Durant in S tier. Still one of your best shooting guards in the game, maybe just behind Beasley, with an absolutely elite shot, and Kevin Durant fade, which is a top 3 fade in the game. Creates a bunch of space. Card's super good. I still think he's better than that GOAT card they released, just because the GOAT card's jump shot is kind of whack. I don't like the Chris Webber jump shot, and this one doesn't have it, so he's S tier for me. A tier, Giannis, top of A. There's a few small forwards on this list who I think are better than him, and I kind of want to keep it limited to like 2 cards per position. So Giannis is top of A tier for me. Perfect sigs, perfect jump shot. He's 6'11". Card's super elite. I just don't think he quite makes it into S tier. Julius Erving's B. There's not really a point to using this card anymore unless you're not going to get level 40. He's just the GOAT, Julius Erving, with the worst jump shot, but the card's still really good if you get him. I just don't think you should be running him if you're able to get the GOAT one. Wemby's S tier. He's Wembanyama. He's Wembanyama. Jokic is A tier. Jokic is still probably your best point guard in the entire game. 6'10" with a super elite jump shot, perfect sigs, and a huge player model. He's like 500 pounds, so yeah, he's just absolutely ridiculous. Jimmy Butler's gonna go top of S tier. He probably is your best card in 2K25 My Team. He's glorious. He's beautiful on the court. His aura sometimes gets ankle breakers on the court, and the card's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, he averages 100 points a game for most people that have him, and yeah, so I just think he's pretty obviously the best card in the game. Moving along there, LeBron's gonna go A tier for me. Good player model, good dribble moves, pretty much perfect sigs, but he does get a lot of load ups. That jump shot's not great. He has Curry base, which is fine, but it's not super elite. If you like his jump shot, then he's probably S tier, but not quite there for me. Paul George, C tier. No sigs, can't run your offense through the card, but he has a good jump shot. He's gonna play good defense. He has good size, a 6'9" shooting guard. Good fade, but he just has no dribble moves. The card was kind of a letdown, but if you just need a 3-and-D card, you don't need any shooting guard to create offense for you, and Paul George is just fine. Shaq's gonna go A tier for me. I think there's a few bigs that are better than him. 7'1" at power forward with pretty good sigs, pretty good jump shot, but he's 325 pounds, so his player model is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Shaq's one of your best Invincibles in the game. Just doesn't quite make it into S tier terms of Invincibles, but still one of your best bigs in the entire game. LaMelo's going to go S tier for me. I think he's the second best point guard in that Invincible tier, right behind Jokic. Perfect jump shot, KPJ base, one of my favorites in this game. Moves around the court ridiculously well, and he's 6'7". The card's absolutely Gary Payton, C tier. Can't put him D. He has a good shot, decent sigs, just missing a behind the back, but at this point in the year, 6'4" is just a little too short. Magic Johnson, B tier. Back in the day, he might have gone A, even S, but now there's so much size at that point guard position that it's not quite as valuable. Magic Johnson's not the only one anymore that has that size, and his jump shot's just kind of slow, which holds him back quite a bit. At that point guard position, just not being able to get your shot off the way you want is not what you're looking for, but still a good card. Carmelo Anthony, he's also going to be B tier, missing a couple sigs. Jump shot's good, but not crazy. I mean, it's a good shot, don't get me wrong, but he does have Curry fade, which holds him back a little bit, and his size isn't elite. I mean, it's 6'8", which is good, but just not fantastic, and I think there's going to be cards at that shooting guard position that are better than him. Kawhi is also B tier. Can't dribble like the other cards at B tier, but he's going to play better defense than all of them. He has Curry escape and Kawhi behind the back, so he can get around a screen okay. He has Kawhi fade, which is good going right, bad going left, but one of your best defenders in the entire game, and I think that definitely means something. We're just going to keep chugging along in this B tier. Ron Artest fits in there right next to Kawhi. They're basically the same thing. Ron Artest is going to dribble better, though. Ron Artest has Garland. He's just missing a couple sigs. I know he doesn't have a behind the back. which Kawhi does. So just kind of your preference on those cards, but Ron Artest is not available anymore, so I guess you only have one choice. Bob Pettit, S tier, best offensive Invincible besides Wembanyama in the game. Maybe you could argue KD, but Bob Pettit's jump shot is completely and utterly probably the best one. I don't know why I said completely and then probably. He has the best jump shot in the game. 6'10" small forward, perfect sigs. Everyone knows Bob Pettit is absolutely ridiculous, and if you got him, you got a top 2 Invincible small forward in the game. Rudy Gay is going to go A tier. You can say I should put Julius Erving in A tier as well, and I probably should. I'm going to put him up here. I'm kind of just thinking with Julius Erving, like nobody's going to buy him anymore. That's why I have him B tier, but just as a card, he is A tier. But anyway, getting on with Rudy Gay, that's why I moved Julius Erving up. They're basically the same card. Rudy Gay just has a little bit slower shot, and I want to have Rudy Gay in A tier. He's not missing any SIGs. He has Pro 2 with a really smooth jump shot, so he's super elite, which is why I also wanted to move Julius Erving up into A. Vince Carter C tier. He has that Chris Webber jump shot, 6'6" at point guard, which is not elite at all. I mean, it's just pretty regular. With just not my favorite shot. I mean, he can get around the court well, but I think he's C tier for me. T-Mac A. Kind of your preference between these three. I think he's the worst out of these three because he has Curry fade, but other than that, he is perfect pretty much. 6'8" elite jump shot. T-Mac's always super good in 2K, doesn't change with this card. Devin Booker B tier. He's Vince Carter, but he has a better shot, and I think Devin Booker is the best fade in the game. That's probably a hot take because I know all the YouTubers like Pro 2 the best, but I think Devin Booker's fade creates the most space in the game, so I have to put him in B tier. Derrick Rose is D tier. He's 6'3" at point guard with a bad shot. I think he's the worst Invincible in the game. KP, S tier. That's why I put Shaq down in A, because I want to have KP in S tier. He's taller than Shaq with a better jump shot. Probably a little worse SIGs, but when you're 7'2", 7'3" with that huge player model, and Kristaps moving around the court with Garland is all you really need, and he has a better shot, so I'm going to have him in S tier. Curry, D. Same thing as Derrick Rose, really. And he has a little bit better jump shot, but it's not substantial at all. They're both kind of just the same thing. JR, B tier. He's very similar to Devin Booker. They're basically the same card. J.R. Smith just has a different fadeaway. Paul Pierce is A tier. They did give him Steve Francis, which is super cool. They were kind of gatekeeping it for a while, and they gave it to Paul Pierce. So he has pretty much perfect SIGs. His jump shot's amazing. And then he's 6'8" at the 2. So he's a great card. And if you got him, I think he's A tier. Doesn't quite crack that S tier, but he is probably the best Paul Pierce card we've ever gotten. Kevin McHale's S. I think he's better than Giannis. I think he has just as good of a shot, but his player model is better. And that's really all it comes down to. If you like Giannis, the name value kind of thing, you can pick up Giannis. I just think Mikhail's a little better with that 7'11" wingspan. And personally, I like Mikhail's shot better, but I know objectively they're basically the same. Dave Cowens is B. Missing a couple SIGs. I don't think he has Pro 2. I could be spreading misinformation, but I don't think he does. And he doesn't bring elite size to the 3 either. So I think he's just like your middle of the pack, good Invincible card. Like if you have him, he can run. But not a card I would have ever gone out of my way to get. Klay Thompson's going to go A tier. He's not anything crazy compared to the other cards. His jump shot is just the best out of all of them. He has Beasley right-handed, which is just such an easy shot to time. I know all these cards have relatively good jump shots, but Klay Thompson's is definitely the best. And that in itself brings him up to A tier, but then he's also pretty tall at point guard, brings good size. So yeah, he's just a really good card. I have him in A tier. Wherever Klay is, Luka goes. They're pretty comparable. Luka's a little bit bigger in game, but with a worse shot. So it's kind of your preference. I think Luka might play a little better defense for you in game. Klay Thompson's going to be just a lot better on offense with that shot. I'm tempted to bring Luka down into B tier, but I think Luka is better than all those other guys down in B, so I got to leave him in A tier. Blake Griffin's B. With all these small forwards in the game, I just don't see why you'd run Blake. His shot's not as good, and it's gonna hold him back just a little bit compared to the other Invincibles. Not saying he's a bad card at all, but there's just a lot of better options. If you got him, you can run him though. Chris Webber's gonna go right next to Blake Griffin. He just has that Chris Webber jump shot, which I don't like. I mean, it's fine from the corner, but when you start shooting it in other places, you get a lot of load ups. The time changes a lot. It's just awkward, but he's probably one of your best defenders on this list. Chris Webber gets stupid good animations in this game for some reason, so he's going to be a super elite defender. If you want a guy to just shoot threes in the corner, 3-and-D type of card, he's definitely can do the job for you. Sean Kemp, A tier, same size as Chris Webber with a better shot, and that's really all it is. His shot's better. I don't remember what his base is, but it goes with Oscar Upper, but it actually goes pretty well together. His shot's just, sometimes you shoot it and you're like, oh, I definitely green that, and you didn't, but his overall card is very elite, and I would definitely take him over everyone in B tier. Ben Simmons, hate me, call me crazy, I'm just crazy, he's insane, dude, what is he talking about? Ben Simmons, A tier. I don't like his jump shot that much. It's that Isaiah Collier base shot that only Ben Simmons has, and I just don't see it. He still comes with Pro 3 fade too, which is like, it's okay, but it's not what you're looking for at all. It's not an elite fade whatsoever, so that holds him back a bit. So just the jump shot combined with the weird fade, not my favorite card, but he's 6'10 at the 1 spot, which is pretty ridiculous, and then he's gonna be one of your best defenders in the entire game. At that point guard with 6'10, he's just gonna play crazy defense, but I can't put him in S tier. I think LaMelo's better. I think Jokic is better. Anthony Edwards is B tier. I think he's better than Vince, better than Gary. They made Anthony Edwards about as good as they could have for a 6'4" point guard. He's not missing any sigs like Gary. Gary's missing a behind the back. Anthony Edwards isn't, and his shot's just as good. So he goes B tier for me. Patrick Ewing, I don't know why he's in here twice, but Patrick Ewing's gonna go A tier. Smooth dribble moves, super smooth shot. It's not like the fastest shot ever, but it's super smooth. You're not going to miss with it. And he's 7 foot with like a 7'3", 7'4" wingspan at the 4 spot, which is super solid. So Patrick Ewing actually comes in at A tier for me, maybe a bit of surprise for some people, but if you've used the card, you know what I'm talking about. James Worthy, C tier. You could argue B, but he has De'Aaron Fox dribble style, which really hurts him, and the jump shot's fine, but it's not crazy. Any card with De'Aaron Fox is just going to get bumped down for me. The only reason I don't have Kawhi in C is because he's ridiculous on defense. But yeah, James Worthy missing a few sigs, and he unfortunately ended up with that De'Aaron Fox dribble style, with I think just holds him back quite a bit. Ralph Sampson, he's easily S tier. Tallest player on this list besides Wemby, they're the same height. Ralph Sampson looks just as big in game, 7'4", 7'8" wingspan. He's ridiculous. His jump shot's super fast. He gets really good driving dunk animations. He's actually a good slasher for how tall he is, which is surprising. But yeah, he's a ridiculous card, and the fact that you could get him for free just makes it even better. Larry Johnson, he's B. Not really a point in getting this card in my opinion, just because you can get what's his name, Richard Jefferson. They're basically the same card. They're basically the same. They're like, only difference is that Larry Johnson has a bigger player model. But other than that, if you could have got Richard Jefferson, there's not really a point in going for Larry Johnson. That doesn't mean he's a bad card, just not the card I would have been going for. Allen Iverson, D tier, 6 foot point guard. I'll just be honest about it. Unfortunately, Billy Cunningham, C tier. He's 6'6" at the shooting guard without Garland dribble style. He doesn't even come with it. He comes with Booker. He doesn't come with Pro 2. He doesn't come with KD fade. Nobody does besides KD. He doesn't come with Pro 2. He comes with normal. So he's just missing a lot for an Invincible. And for that being your domination reward card for this season, he's just really disappointing. Brooke Lopez is B. He's good size. Shot's weird though, but he's going to hold it down at power forward just fine. Harden is C tier. He comes with a bunch of his own dribble moves, and his shot's not super elite either, so just not my favorite card. He's 6'5" at point guard along with all of that. Not going to be able to create super well for you. All he really has is Garland, which is annoying at this point in the year, but a 6'5" point guard with not good sigs is just not what you're looking for. Evan Mobley's top of A tier. I don't think he's S tier. I think Mikhail and Pettit are better than him, but I think he's top A. He's like 6'11" at small forward with crazy defense. Gets crazy defensive animations, but his shot's just a little bit slow. I'm not saying it's bad at all, but that Oscar upper on that, I think he has Claxton base. It just already slow a little bit with just Claxton, and then that Oscar Robertson slows it down a little more. So his shot's just not elite, but the size of the defense, the shot's good enough. I mean, he just doesn't get into A tier. I think if he had like a McHale or a Pettit type shot, he would be S tier, but just not quite there. Thurman, B. 6'11", so super average size. Maybe at this point you could even argue he's undersized, but his shot's elite. He comes with Pro 2. He's just gonna be, he's like just a regular power forward, so I think he fits in great at B tier. Not going to be able to dribble around the court too much. He's got a few things, but not much. So yeah, just good shot, good defender, like average card. Joe Johnson's also going to go B tier for me. He has good movement, like it's not insane because he has Booker dribble style, but he comes with a lot of the sigs that you need, and his shot is really good. He's 6'7" at the 2, so pretty average height. Again, just average invincible. Shea, definitely not an average invincible. He's going to go S tier for me. Only thing he's missing is behind the back. You could argue that Ben Simmons should be over him, but I just can't. When Shea's jump shot is so much better than Ben Simmons, I just would rather have Shea. He's perfect aside from missing that behind the back, and in my opinion, he's got like a top 3 shot in the game. So he's going S tier for me. Last card on the list, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, C tier. He's the same thing as Harden, but he has Booker instead of Garland, which is even worse in my opinion. He's like has a decent shot, but then all his sigs are like his own, so he's C tier for me. Can't really run the card too effectively in my opinion, but that's going to be my list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, disagree with. I know I always have a few controversial opinions, so feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to discuss things with you. But if you enjoyed the video, hit like, hit subscribe, help me reach that 200 subscribers. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.